the concept of the book was there in my mind, whether it was for UAE or for Goa. It was just to make a landmark. I mean, I just wanted to start on that. The idea was that my father has been writing books, and I have got a little bit of a talent from him of writing, and I keep writing small blogs here and there. And so I thought, like, why not do something for Goan cricket? Something time to give back to cricket, because it's almost I reached the peak of my cricket, so I had to look forward to something else. The concept of the book is like I have played with a lot of generation cricketers from Goa. From 26, I had some cricketers who were my idols, and some cricketers whom I played with recently, like Swapnil, Shadab, and we had before Namdev, Sharad. I watched them and I grew up, So I thought, like, it's time I had to give back to them. So I have categorized the book in a different chapters. Like I have a chapter of superstars, and I have chapters of hard workers. I have chapters of some prodigious talents, and a chapter called Unsung Heroes. Unsung Heroes chapter mentions, like, there have been so many guys like who would have not played the first class cricket, who actually deserve to be playing the first class cricket for Goa. It's only on the Goan concept. This first book of mine is only on the Goan concept. It's about only the Goan cricket, the administrators of Goan cricket. I have forgotten all the bad times I had with them, but I am just happy to give them the privilege. I just want to give back to every person who has contributed to Goan cricket. Some look to themselves to see what they have been doing for the Goan cricket. So it's a total positive book. Nothing to mention about any negative skills of anybody else.
Right. So it's about a kind of encyclopedia of 146 cricketers who have played Ranji for Goa.
Yeah, 146 plus I have around 40 unsung heroes, and then I have around 20 administrators and 20 to play for Goa future.
So
it's about 220 cricketers book on that.
Okay. And where have you classified yourself in these chapters?
In the hard workers.
Hard workers. Great. Okay. Ambe, now I think one of your future plan is perhaps given an opportunity to feature in Goa Premier League. Am I right?
Yeah, I look to take part in the. Thanks for that. If I given a chance, I should be playing the GPL maybe this season. I hope so. If I can make it and stay fit to do that. Just I want to make a note of myself that when the Premier League goes after 20 years and look back, okay, I have not played that. I want to have that in my the cap in my book, So it's,
right. So maybe that could be a swan song at home.
Yeah. And
that could be the idea.
Yeah,
right?
and my family also, like my wife and who's herself, she's been a performer herself, a dancer. My mother, who has been taking care of us in the house, and they look forward to me in playing cricket in Goa still more. So they want me to play in Goa while I'm playing in UAE. So that's the reason I look for, like, maybe I'll play GPL at 2020, which is my strength. I could just come and play for any club here.
Yeah. Your career is now over 2 decades, and in this era, you have interacted with various cricketers who have made big names at the national, international level. Now, if I ask you, like, which cricketer do you regard as all-time greatest cricketer from India? Who it would be?
It is, for me, it's Saurav Ganguly. Because I have been following his when he came into the Indian side, and then the way he made the comeback, it was exceptionally good. And I don't look into him as a batsman or somebody who could fight the game across, but I look at him leadership skills. He is the best captain we have ever seen. Maybe people have for Dhoni. Of course, he's a good captain. Azharuddin, Kapil Dev, all are exceptionally good. But to make India have the pride, the feel that we are Indian cricketers, the concept was, the total idea was of Saurav Ganguly, when he could make a lot of aggressive moments which would hurt so many people, and so many senior cricketers of India also could get hurt, but he had a point to prove, and I like this style. I liked Saurav Ganguly is my main concept. Then I had Mohinder Amarnath, Ravi Shastri, who has been my idol, Maninder Singh, Kapil Dev. These are the people whom I look forward in Indian cricket.
A non-Indian cricketer who is your bet for the all-time best cricketer
Steve
in the world?
Steve Waugh. It has been always Steve Waugh. And when I say this, my wife, she likes Vivian Richards. Of course, there have been so many good. But for me, it's Steve Waugh, because the way he would lead the side, the way he would take the team out of the crisis, it has always been Steve Waugh for me.
And Sachin Tendulkar, do you have some points against him, or you're not mentioning him?
No. Sachin Tendulkar is god of cricket. To mention his name against or for also is not. I am nowhere close to that level to take his name.
With him?
Yeah, he was in my camp. We played college cricket against each other when we in the Ranji Trophy camp together. We played the college cricket against each other when I was studying in Podar College in Bombay.
You've interacted a lot with Vinod Kamli, I guess, right?
Yeah, Vinod Kamli, because we were playing the same Huddersfield League. Vinod Kamli, I've interacted. Samir Dige, a lot of cricketers who have been from Bombay, because I've interacted. I was in the Bombay.
Yeah,
Ranji-
Bombay Ranji.
yeah. So I have interacted with all these players.
Basically, you have any views on perhaps who was the most gifted cricketer to have underachieved in Indian cricket?
Gifted player to underachieved. Yeah, for me, what I feel is Robin Uthappa. For instance, he's not an underachiever as such, but he's not got the due what he deserves, because I feel he's one of the best batsmen in Indian team, Indian circuit, and especially in the one day and in the 2020. He should be consistently given chance and given more support to perform. I think for me it's Robin Uthappa.
Right. Ambe, basically coming to your cricket and just summing it up, it's been a very, very long career for you. So maybe you have had to make some sacrifices along the way. Maybe your close people have to make sacrifices. And there will be so many other viewers, so many youngsters who may be watching you for the first time. Do you want to send out some message to all of our viewers?
The sacrifices that I've done is like I've stayed almost like I'm 37, so I've stayed almost 20 years out of my house, and my family has made most of the sacrifices than myself. My parents, my dad Arun Parvatkar and my wife Veena Parvatkar, they have done the sacrifices, what I feel, because I'm with my love, I'm playing cricket.
Right.
And the advice what I could give, or some tips for the youngsters and the future youngsters, we say that cricket it could be taken as a profession and we could follow it, and maybe there should be some institute to give the cricket lineup. But what I feel is education with cricket should help them, because as you're an educated cricketer, a literate cricketer, will always make you think and better and perform better, and you will grow with that. That's one thing. And second thing is determination. You never give up. One bad performance and one bad show and 10 people speak something bad about you, that should instigate you, it should in fact provoke you in the positive side to come back and perform better. And you never perform for anybody, you perform for yourself. You carry your weight and see where you stand to yourself, not to what people are saying about you.
Right. So it's better to be a self-critic and never give up, right? That's it. We end up our show on this note. Never give up. Be a very perseverant cricketer. Just work on your game and give importance to education as well. Am I right, Amit? Amit, thank you very much for being on this show. It was a real pleasure to have
My
a
pleasure
chat
as
with
well.
you.
Thanks.
Thank you. That's it. Keep watching Prudent Media. We'll be back with Simply Sport next week. Enjoy the weekend. Goodbye.